Hey guys, DESTHREADS Magic here, and us in the Magic community are used to, like, I guess a spoiler, a leak kind of catching us off guard and saying, oh, well, I didn't expect that. Wow, oh, this came out today. Oh, this is a thing. Cool. Doesn't usually happen with an entire product. Apparently, some people were talking about this as late as 3 days ago. This is the first I've ever heard of this. So if they announced it a year ago, I guess I just forgot. But I have not heard one single peep about this, which means that nobody gave a crap or talked about it if it was announced earlier than just this week. I'm not sure which is worse. Now, this set, according to Blake Rasmussen, just today is going to put the, well, I guess you would say Explorer, because that's what it's called now, but Pioneer pool of available programmed in and tested and working cards on Arena at 95%. So we're almost there. And people have been asking for this forever, but I think it's just really loud people who just don't want to play anything else, and I don't think they're going to show up to spend money. But at this point, with all the graphs I've seen, maybe if somebody wants to log into Arena and do literally anything, you give them what they want. At this point, just do it. Although, have you noticed they've never once had a sale on, like, discounted gems? Not one single time. So before I reveal the details that we have thus far, you know who is having a sale? Into the AM. That's right, the sponsor's back. The weather's getting warmer and your clothes are not getting in any better condition. So if you want to pick up some quality new threads that are like seriously borderline indestructible, comfy enough to wear to bed and comfy enough to wear to go chop down a tree. I've done both. Actually, I think it was the same shirt. They're really high quality. They're a better price and value than my own merch, which is why you don't hear about that very often. But yeah, they got graphic tees up to 40% off, just like across the board with a lot of different styles. So check out the link down in the description if you use that or punch in my code manually, either one. DESTHREADS, you get 10% off on top of the clearance prices. I don't think they're supposed to do that. But it's been like 2 years and they haven't corrected it, so, go get you an extra 10% off. Now this time, because I know it happens every single time, I put in my order for the couple shirts that I've been waiting for before publishing this video, because last time I was like, oh, I'll be good, and then I got distracted and fell asleep, woke up, yeah, they're all sold out. So you might want to get on the sale early, because when they do one this aggressive, shirts disappear quick. Like, if you just want to support the fact that they do not give one single crap what I say on this channel, politically or morally or anything, because they just sell shirts to people who want shirts and leave, the language police out of it. Hey, I mean, there's a lot of companies that don't operate like that. I'm just saying, so, give your money to the right ones. So let's jump into it. Okay. Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. I wish I was kidding. Now, I thought that Shadows was legal during the initial, beta release of Arena. And believe it or not, besides the release dates of each, I couldn't find any information on that. I mean, Shadows came out April 2nd, 2016 in paper, and then Arena fully launched, I guess, in 2018, or at least the beta did or whatever. So that's a 2-year gap. I guess it was never on Arena. It's probably played it for free on Xmage back then, but yeah, so I guess it's never been in there. So it makes sense that this is the big gap to get us to 95% Pioneer coverage, so a lot of people will be excited about that. What I'm not excited about is them just packing all the rares together, taking out a bunch of the commons and uncommons, and charging too many wildcards to unlock half this crap. To play stuff that nobody cares about. Like I said, Explorer/Pioneer, arguable. Then Historic, I heard that's way down. Even Historic Brawl, which was supposed to be Commander. But then they just kept throwing in literally 600 to 1,000 card packs at a time and saying, oh, hope you like keeping up. Hey, rebuild your deck. Oh, this is not competitive anymore. And then they openly admit on their forum at the time that they rigged the matchmaker in Brawl for unranked. They have a darn good reason for doing it, because you can't self-police your opponents any other way than them doing it for you. It's supposed to be casual. It's unranked, but it's based solely and entirely on the commander and the perceived power level and win rate of the commander, regardless of what else is in it. So I actually ran a 2-color Kenrith deck, and of course Kenrith is 5 colors, and I kept going up against like try-hard jackasses who win on like turn 5. Well, that's because they rated my Kenrith as, like, unbeatable superpowered. I'm like, well, I'm just putting him there because it's kind of funny and because his abilities match the 2-color identities that I'm actually running. But beside that fringe case, if you wanted to build, like, what did I do, that 3-color fairy? I went up against people who just were playing for fun and didn't care, and it was actually, like, enjoyable. Yeah, Arena, still enjoyable. Casual for fun, people saying good game at the end, people forfeiting when they know they don't have it, not on turn 2 because they didn't get their combo. Like, it was real OG Magic, with anonymous people on the internet. Who would have thought? So now they got the friend system and nobody cares. And then they crammed, a billion wild cards worth of extra anthology cards and Jumpstart and crap into Historic and nobody cares. People just don't play it. They just don't. If you're going to play Commander, you're going to jump on MTGO. Or do it where WOTC can't get to you and can't tell you what to do in paper on your own kitchen table. Or at your friend's house earlier today while ordering Chinese food. That's what I was doing. So why did I seem so unhappy earlier about Shadows? Shadows is when the ban frenzy started. That's when the playtesting in Modern started getting completely out of control. The power level started to creep up, not like fly up like Eldraine, but creep up. And then they started to do stuff about it, but too late and too hesitant. And before then, we'd had years, like literally before I even played the game, without a ban in Standard. Heck, there wasn't much of a ban at all in any format. Everything was just kind of chill. They were riding the popularity from the big explosion in 2013 and 2014 with RTR and all that. And yeah, people were just chilling and having fun and giving them money. I guess they were like, well, we should take that and exploit it and burn everybody out and piss everybody off. Let's get really political. Let's ban stuff 6 months later than it should be. And really soon after, they're like, well, let's ban Emrakul. That's the problem. Not that free casting Aetherworks Marvel. Oh, whoops. Let's ban Aetherworks Marvel. The Saheeli Cat combo, they said they weren't banning it. 2 days later, they said, we have new data. Yeah, the new data is everybody screaming at you on Twitter. So the very first bit of it, I believe, was Reflector Mage and maybe like one other card when Shadows was out. And it all slowly went to crap from there on. So not exactly a time I want to flash back to, but Shadows also was kind of fun. I mean, the pre-release was nuts. The meta afterwards was pretty crazy. Just people were so into the lore. Everybody was reading the story, trying to solve the mystery, and then the big reveal about, spoiler alert, Emrakul being behind all what's going on. It was just absolutely amazing. And then Emrakul getting stuck in the moon at the very end, but like possibly willingly, and then like communicating like a normal being that uses language instead of just like an entity where you don't know what its motivations are. Like, such good writing. And then the lore and the writing and story just went downhill after that. It's just, this was the beginning of the end. This was the peak point, and then it just all went to crap. So reminding everybody of that and then charging them money to sell the cards back to them. Oh boy. Right after Amonkhet Remastered, which I'm pretty darn sure that Amonkhet was legal when Arena first came out in beta. And I'm also pretty sure that those cards are no longer in my inventory. So that's a whole thing. I think they announced like we're doing a wiper. I don't remember. It was so many damn years ago and I just don't care. But it's just been them getting greedy and ripping people off. And it's just, yeah, Shadows was the point. So they're going to go right back there and remind you to write how things were right before. And look where we're at and their finances are at and the game's at and the community's at in 2023. I've been warning people ever since I started my channel about how bad things were getting. And people finally woke up to it just in time to unsub, quit the game, and never want to hear about Magic again. So that was a great business decision on my point, but I've got nobody to thank more than WOTC for that one. 100% responsibility. Hate them so much. Oh, so I do have to correct a statement made by WOTC. It turns out it's not 95% coverage of Pioneer once this releases. It's 95% coverage of the cards that were in the Pioneer format at the last Pro Tour. So only the competitive decks. So only net decking is allowed, no creativity is what they're saying. So to be clear, it's not 95% of the total Pioneer pool, it's 95% of the net decks. Wow. Blake even said in the video, there are other cool decks that people are playing, and we're working towards that. Yeah, sure you are. If you can't sell the cards back to the people in some big overpriced pack where everything's marked as rare, then why would you do it? For the goodwill of the community? No, clearly you're not interested in that. So, I mean, I would show spoilers from it, but, like, who cares? Like, we've seen all the cards. I mean, go look them up if you didn't play back then and you want to see what the cards actually do. Otherwise, the only spoiler is what did they leave out. And, oh my gosh, what they left in versus what they left out in Amonkhet Remastered, don't even get me started. I went off on that last time. Some of my all-time favorite cards were not included, and some of the most broken, obnoxious trash was included. And I was pissed. I guess another noteworthy thing, we're going to have meld cards on Arena. Okay. Spell Queller, they haven't confirmed or denied yet. His exact words. And I haven't seen Reflector Mage. Look, there are more powerful, more annoying control spells. Like, they have been ramping up the power level with power creep like you would not believe since the set came out. But Reflector Mage was banned, but that was in Standard, and that's because control was getting a little too good and the deck was a little too high win rate. In today's meta, I have no idea. Against Infect, Toxic, same damn thing. What's the difference? Throw everything in. Throw the whole damn set in. I don't care. Now, just in case you're not confused enough or you thought, boy, I just need more stuff to burn my wildcards on, They're adding a bonus sheet, as they call it, which it's not a sheet. They're just adding more crap to the set, and they claim it's for draft. And it's cards from original Innistrad, which actually, like, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I'm probably going to draft this on Arena. I'm starting to save up coins right now because, like, I am really damn good at drafting this set. But them throwing in original Innistrad cards, like probably Village Bellringer or something, like, oh yeah, pile them on, let's go. But they couldn't just leave well enough alone and just print the damn set. Or print. Once again, this is digital only, nothing in paper. So print might not be the right word. Oh, if you think it's all good news, though, they're putting Faithless Looting in the bonus sheet. Great. Also, Heavengull Lick is in there. Now, I would pronounce it Lich, but a professional full-time live stream presenter who works at a fantasy gaming company, Blake Rasmussen, said that it's a Lick. So it's not a Lich, it's a Lick. My God. Oh, now Grizzlebrand and Snapcaster Mage are coming back. So, great. So a lot of these cards are actually not Pioneer legal, by the way. So this is just a thing for draft, and it's just for historic. It's just for the pseudo commander, 99+1 brawl, which nobody plays anymore. Yeah, I can definitely see their greed showing through. So the last bit, you can pre-order it right now on Arena, which do not. I'm just outlining that $29.99 cash only, no gems, no coins. So if you got a bunch of gems, no, they want real money. They know that the pros will get gems like crazy. I'm sitting on like 8,500 right now just from stomping people in the nuts on draft. On live stream usually, which, watch for that. All bets are off when my taxes are done, and I'm turning them bitches in tomorrow. But if you wanted to give $29.99 to a different company other than WOTC, might I recommend Into the AM? With my code at no joke, you can get about 2 shirts with that. Give or take, you'll get right about there. Yeah, 2 shirts or a shitty pre-order of a digital-only set for a format that nobody plays to a terrible company that hates you and wants to police your speech and says that you can't leave the hobby quick enough if you are white. Huh. Yeah, I just completed my order. Dude, the average shirt was like $15 with my code. Holy crap. And I got some crazy new designs. I got a variant of my absolute all-time favorite one. Oh man, that's gonna look so good. Every time I'm doing like pro sound for like a concert, I wear this one. So yeah, I've gotten some comments too. So like, go check them out. Link in the description. They got a sale going on for about 2 days, 16 hours, something like that, basically the weekend. So yeah, 40% off. You won't even get that at Walmart. So hey, thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for not buying Shadows over Innistrad Remastered. Although, do subscribe to watch me draft it because, I got a bunch of free coins and crap. And I'll see you guys next time. And if you stayed this late in the video, I just hit him for another $3,000. Video's coming soon. Like, the last 7 days, I hit him for another 3K. We caught too many other people doing it, and I'm sick of trying to scare him off. So you know what? I'm just going to passive-aggressively show everybody how to do it. I'm retiring. Watch for it in hopefully about a week. I'm wanting a full-time job, man. I ain't getting up at 1 a.m. no more to do this. It's not worth it. 3 people have already tried to bribe me into sending them the video and giving them a week's notice. One of them lives in Vegas. One of them lives right down the street from me. And I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'll allow that. But I have shown Patreon supporters and my members on YouTube, I have shown you guys and live stream viewers how to do it very quickly. Like the quick 5-minute crash course. That was pretty generous if I do say so myself. But hey, okay, so watch for that. And I have an absolutely crazy video going out next weekend too. Have you ever wondered if, for another sponsored video, you can burn magic cards for fuel and heat your home with it? I'll see you guys later. Oh, pardon me, next weekend.